Sarah. I have an amazing new project for you. We're expanding Amazon into Israel, and I want you to be the regional executive in charge of all Israeli operations.
I would love to do this. Based on those Hofstede reports earlier, there may be some conflicts though, based on differences in individualism and power distance.
We believe that there's a lot of opportunity in Israel for Amazon to expand into. The only thing is that we want to make sure that you understand Israeli culture and practices. This is an important strategic move for us, and you need to make sure that it goes smoothly. You need to understand how Israelis think, act, and conduct business. I've set up interviews with 3 different Israelis to learn from.
Okay, I'm on it. I'll do a ton of research and learn the ins and outs of Israeli business. You can count on me. Hi, how are you today?
Hello, I'm good. What can I help you with?
I'm moving here for work, and I'm wondering if you can give me some insight into life as an Arab Israeli.
Sure, but first of all, I don't identify as an Arab Israeli. I live in Israel, but I'm not a proud Israeli.
Okay, so Arabs that live in Israel don't identify as Israeli?
It really depends on the person, but I for one, would not be classified as Israeli. Something that you should really know about Israeli culture is that there are constant wars going on between Palestinians and Israelis. This is definitely an external factor that could definitely affect your business.
That's helpful to know. I heard that last week there were hundreds of rockets exchanged between the Gaza Strip and Israel. So do Arab people participate in Israeli culture and lifestyle?
In some ways, yes, but that's not true for everything. For example, we work with Israelis and buy from Israeli businesses, but it is also very common for Arabs to only associate and socialize with other Arabs. Therefore, your company should definitely consider this and keep this in mind, that some Arabs are skeptical about developing relationships with Israelis in the workplace, even though this is a very important part of the Israeli workplace. Can I ask what company you're working for?
That makes sense. I understand that there are so many different cultures in Israel, but it's important that for the most part, people will be willing to do business with Israelis in their companies, and I'll be working for Amazon.
Oh wow, we have definitely really needed an online retailer over the past few years, and I'm glad it's finally happening. I can promise you that even though there are many culture clashes in this country, Amazon will succeed and everyone will definitely buy from Amazon. Also, this could definitely add new jobs for the Arab community, which is really in need of new jobs.
Great, I learned so much from you today. Thank you. Hi, how are you?
Ooh, hi. How are you doing today, Sarah?
I'm good.
Good. First off, I wanted to apologize for not shaking your hand. As a religious Jew, it's not an offense to you, but I just don't touch members of the opposite sex. As someone representing a tech giant entering Israel, I think that's something you should definitely be aware of coming in.
Yeah, thank you so much. I'm planning on moving here as an expat, so I was wondering if you had any other advice for me.
Yeah, I'd say there's definitely a lot to learn, and it's very important to keep in mind that Israel is a very special country for a lot of people. In Israel, unlike the United States, there is not a separation of church and state. A lot of people hold religious ideals very significant to them, and that dictates a lot of how they live their life.
Very interesting.
As an Orthodox Jew, religion dictates so much parts of my daily life, where I eat, what I do, how I entertain myself. So that's definitely something Amazon should keep in mind. In addition, there's a variety of different religious holidays celebrated by everyone in Israel. That personally, I have a lot of different religious holidays, and those are days where I wouldn't be able to work. And as a company that specializes in delivering packages, I would want to make sure that those packages wouldn't even come to my house on those days. Is that something you believe you'd be able to accommodate?
Yeah, we will definitely be able to accommodate that.
Okay, that's wonderful. And I had one other concern where I heard earlier at an Amazon plant in Milwaukee that certain workers were complaining that they didn't have that they weren't given ample time for prayer. As someone that prays 3 times a day, and I understand my Arab neighbors tend to pray 5 times a day, I hope that's not something that would be a conflict in the future.
No, we'll make a note of that and make sure to accommodate that. Is there anything else that we should know about?
I think that should just about cover it. I'm really excited for a great tech giant like you coming into Israel. I think your competitive prices will definitely fit a niche in the community, and I'm really excited to working alongside you. Thank you.
Hey, how are you?
Good, how are you?
What's your name?
Sarah.
Sarah, I'm Justin. Pleasure to meet you.
Nice to meet you. So tell me a little bit about Israeli business culture, Justin.
Yeah, so in Israel, it's fast-paced, just like Amazon in the US, so I've heard. We value relationships, long lunches, great food and drinks. We like to have fun. What have you learned so far about Amazon?
At Amazon, we're very fast-paced and performance-driven, and that's why we've achieved such high success. But we can be very cutthroat and strict in our company environment.
Gotcha. So it seems like there's some similarities and differences with Israel and the U.S. from Amazon's perspective. We're fast-paced like Amazon, but the cutthroat environment needs to be toned down a notch in order for them to fit in to Israel's culture. It's important that as Amazon moves into Israel, they keep this in mind. With tech culture as a great opportunity for Amazon to enter. In addition, relationships being so important in Israeli business culture, the cutthroat approach needs to be modified and toned down a notch, as Israelis are very close, almost like family with their bosses and as their coworkers. So a relationship-oriented leadership style would benefit their work culture and would work best in maintaining high standards in performance and achievement.
We'll definitely take all this into consideration. Thank you so much for your input. It's very helpful.
Hi Sarah, how you doing?
Good, how are you?
Well, how did it go? What'd you learn? Do you think we'll succeed?
Yeah, for sure. Israel and Amazon have so many overlapping values. While there are some important adjustments we'd have to make to our routine leadership, we share a strong work ethic and dedication to getting the job done. We'll definitely have to make time for prayer breaks and relationship building, as these are very important to Israelis. Additionally, in Israel, they treat Friday and Saturday as the weekend to accommodate both Muslim and Jewish religious practices. Most Arab people in Israel do not identify as Israeli, so we'll need to be careful about wording and advertising. But as long as we make these adjustments, there are many opportunities for great cultural synergy.
Perfect. I can't wait for Amazon to go into Israel.